He was a man who rose from obscurity to rule an empire. A military genius who reshaped Europe. A leader who defied the odds but met a tragic fate. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte. Born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, Napoleon Bonaparte was not of noble French blood but a determined and ambitious youth. Sent to a military academy in France, he was mocked for his accent but quickly proved himself with his sharp mind and strategic brilliance. He studied the great military leaders of history, preparing for his moment of glory. As the French Revolution plunged France into chaos, young Napoleon seized the opportunity. In 1793, his tactical genius at the siege of Toulon won him recognition. By 1796, at just 26 years old, he commanded the French army in Italy, defeating stronger Austrian forces in a dazzling campaign. His reputation soared, and the world took notice. Napoleon's military campaigns were nothing short of legendary. From Egypt to Central Europe, he led victories that cemented his status as an unstoppable force. By 1799, France was on the brink of collapse. Sensing his chance, Napoleon orchestrated a coup, overthrowing the government and becoming first consul. Then, in 1804, he crowned himself Emperor of France, declaring that no one but himself would place the crown upon his head. But even the greatest conquerors make mistakes. In 1812, Napoleon launched his most ambitious campaign, an invasion of Russia. Expecting a quick victory, he instead faced brutal winter conditions and a Russian army that refused to fight conventionally. The Russians employed a scorched earth strategy, burning their own cities, including Moscow, leaving Napoleon's army without supplies. The retreat was disastrous. Over 500,000 of his soldiers perished from starvation, frostbite, and Russian attacks. Europe united against him. In 1814, after a crushing defeat, Napoleon was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the small island of Elba. But the emperor was not finished. He plotted his return, waiting for the perfect moment. In 1815, Napoleon escaped Elba and marched back to France. The army sent to capture him instead joined him. He ruled again for a brief period known as the 100 Days. But his final gamble came at the Battle of Waterloo. There, facing the Duke of Wellington and the Prussian army, Napoleon suffered his ultimate defeat. His dream of empire was over. Exiled once more, this time to the remote island of St. Helena, Napoleon spent his last years reflecting on his life, writing his memoirs, and dreaming of what could have been. In 1821, he died, likely from stomach cancer, at the age of 51. His final words? France, the army, head of the army, Josephine. A final tribute to his homeland, his soldiers, and his lost love.
Napoleon's impact on the world remains undeniable. His military strategies are still studied, his legal reforms shape modern laws, and his legend endures. He was a conqueror, a visionary, a flawed genius. And though he fell, history will forever remember the name, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Love history and tech? Subscribe now for epic stories. Like and comment your thoughts.